This is what you need to be doing, okay? And then that's not enough to make my opponent feel like there's a threat. They still think they can pass your guard by pressuring forward. All right, so when they go forward, there's your adjustment. Just flip your wrist. Now look at the amount of control that you have. There we are, okay? Now my foot goes out, then I'm gonna face plant. That's gonna make the person's head fall. You've seen a lot of that video footage, so Roman knows that, or my opponent, not Roman. So what's he do? Grabs my pant leg, right? So he grabs my pant leg, I can't get my leg out, fine, I don't need it out. I'm gonna go this way. Now I'm gonna bring my hand up. Then I'm gonna put my fat head on top of his head. And then I'm gonna squeeze, and there's a choke. That choke doesn't work. I'm at least gonna threaten my opponent. So what's gonna happen next is he's gonna let go, and then, there we are, okay? And what's the detail to pulling me up? Yes, that will help pull me up. There's a type of jiu-jitsu that never depends on strength, and it doesn't require athleticism. The only problem is for most people, it takes about 10 years to find, or even start to believe it's possible. Until now. Now, those of you that have been here at HQ for a while, you already understand the X-guard concepts that we've been going over. Okay, so let's get to X-guard, all right? And, okay, good, and stop right there, okay? Can you put your X hook in? So you have both. Okay, all right, now, all right, push away, stop, okay? Now, go ahead and stand up. All right, now, when Dr. Jones, Matt Jones, stands up, what do you think is going to happen with Professor Freddy's leg? He's going to run away. It's pointed down. Yeah, it's, in other words, we are kind of already familiar with this. There used to be a habit some people would have where they would keep this knee up, pointed the other way. Can you point the other way? Okay, point the other way, the other way. And what happened would be they would square up with somebody. So here we already have people that are kind of already adapting to this. And it has to do with the person not turning away. So two things happen here that I want you guys to consider, all right? So two things happen that are making this difficult. So if you stand up some more, go ahead. Point the knee down, Freddie. Point the knee down. Now kick and start running away. Good deal. Okay, so what two movements did you see happen? And he did them before I even explained. So that's because we've addressed this a little bit. But Professor Freddie did two things. Freddie did two things that made that sweep fall apart. What's the first one that you saw happen?
Threw the knee down.
Before that is correct. Okay, who said that? Bill. Welcome back, Bill. Everyone say welcome back, Bill. All right, yeah, so, yeah, okay. All right, and then some of you, this is your first class, so sorry to put you through this. Okay, what did he do before he turned the knee? To be specific. Because someone can do this without turning their knee down. They have to do this before they turn their knee. Turn the hips. Now ask yourself this question. If you're tired, let's say you had a long 5-minute match already going, and then you're in the last 6th or 7th minute of the match, and then all of a sudden you have that flurry. How resilient do you think you're going to be? Do you think you could possibly lose control of that match with that sweep? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. From experience, absolutely. There's times when I've almost had somebody, and then I push, and I'm standing up, and the person kicks out, and I am done. And here's another thing that can go wrong. Whenever you push away, and you try to pick them up, and your arm is versus their leg, and then they are pointing their knee down, you are exhausted. Okay, so this is one of these things that we want to address. When you're playing X-guard, how we make it a true guard, how we make it where the point where it's almost impossible to get out of. Okay, so Professor Freddie, can I borrow you again? All right, so if this is making sense so far, say yes. Yes. All right, now, if we can't control someone diagonally, you have to remind yourself what is something that is equivalent to that, all right? Now, I'm gonna start from paperclip. So we were doing this from sitting guard. that was the way that we had to. So what I'm asking you to do now is get to a paper clip, okay? So in other words, don't go to X guard from here. Put your leg here, and now get to a paper clip. Keep this shield here. Now, all right, when someone stands up, okay, all right, go ahead and stand up. Then you're bringing your legs here in this position. Now, the first thing that's happening is you're creating a frame, because if this knee goes through, then it's a problem, all right? You don't want them to have their knee go through here and then cut. You know, that, and generally, if they do that, then that's also gonna take X guard out of the equation. So create a frame and then point the knee out, all right? This is a frame. Now my hand will go here and I'm grabbing the pant leg. At this point, if you're the person on top, does it look like I'm in X guard? Not at all, right? Okay, so we wanna narrow it down to 3 steps. So two Trujitsu rules that we're talking about are, if a move has more than 5 steps, we don't base our game on it. So that's one Trujitsu rule, okay? All right, another Trujitsu rule is we control our opponent diagonally. Now diagonally would be this actually, because I'm gonna end up hooking here. But if I can't do that, then the closest thing to it would be the far leg. And that's what I'm doing with this grip, okay? So here's my 3 steps. 1, okay, all right? Now I'm gonna sneak my leg in here, that's 2, all right? And then my 3rd step is I'm here. Now I put my leg in, okay? Now the difference with this position is my opponent's gonna have a harder time moving their outside leg. They'll still be able to move this leg. They'll still be able to turn their hip, but they're not gonna have use of their outside leg, okay? Now X guard, if I'm 150 pounds and my opponent's 220 and they drop their weight, do you think that's gonna make a difference? Yes. Absolutely. So you're here. Once you get this foot in, you need to be pushing them up, all right? And now once the weight is off, then you push out, there, okay? And you continue to hold, all right? Let me do this one more time, and then everybody's gonna walk through this on their own, okay? So it's not gonna be like a big, you know, if you recall, I was here, right? I think this is close enough, correct? All right, and then there's my frame, okay? My frame and pushing out. Now, we have this pant leg here while we're doing that. So we have this grip here, all right? We push out, all right? Now here's my 3 steps. 1, okay, 2, and then 3. And to be more exact, sorry about your pants there. Okay, so, all right, you wanna make sure that you don't do this, all right? Because if you do this and you make your leg go out, someone smart might push against your thigh. So we talked about this from here, right? So here, keeping this in tight, good, and push, all right? Now out, and stop, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3.